The wealthy young CEO had fallen in love with his maid. However, she returned his engagement ring and resigned from her job. The man didn't want to let her go and refused to accept her resignation. With no other choice, the woman lied and said she was returning to her hometown to get married. Hearing this, the man was completely heartbroken. He believed that his proposal had meant nothing to her. Hiding his pain, he finally let her leave. Just when the woman thought their relationship was over, the man's grandmother unexpectedly came to visit her. She was shocked because the grandmother had always disliked her. But this time, the old woman stood outside her house, pleading for her to open the door. Even more surprisingly, after entering the house, the grandmother didn't insult or belittle her. Instead, she gently asked how she had been. The woman felt uncomfortable and didn't know how to respond to someone who had always treated her badly. Then the grandmother suddenly said she wanted her to get back together with the young man. The woman immediately refused. She explained that she had already quit her job, and even if the grandmother offered her money, she would never change her mind. At that moment, the grandmother burst into tears. She confessed that their family had completely fallen apart and that they no longer had any money to persuade her. In reality, after the couple separated, the young man blamed all of his mistakes on his grandmother. He believed that she had constantly mocked the woman's social status, making her feel unworthy of him. He declared that unless his grandmother apologized to the woman, he would abandon the family business. His grandmother had never imagined he would actually do it. Unfortunately, his father knew nothing about running a business and made several terrible investments, causing the company to go bankrupt. When the young man learned what had happened, he became overwhelmed with anger and stress and eventually fell ill. The woman panicked, grabbed her coat, and rushed to his mansion. Hearing this, however, as soon as she left, the grandmother revealed a sly smile. Meanwhile, when the young man heard that the woman was coming, he immediately pretended to be seriously ill. He acted weak and complained that his whole body was aching. Secretly, he smiled when he saw how worried she was. But the woman, he acted weak and complained that his whole body was aching. Secretly, he smiled when he saw how worried but the woman caught him smiling. She instantly realized he was faking his illness and that his grandmother had lied to her as well. Angry, she turned around to leave. The man ran after her to stop her, but he suddenly fell and injured his knee. Seeing this, the woman immediately rushed over to help him. As she supported him, she realized how much weight he had lost. Seizing the opportunity, the butler explained that ever since she had left, the young man had barely eaten anything. He added that the family had truly gone bankrupt and that even the servants in the mansion would soon lose their jobs. The woman was deeply troubled and didn't know what to do. In the end, her heart softened, and she decided to stay and take care of him. Hearing her decision, the young man was overjoyed. He vowed to make her fall completely in love with him. That night, the woman brought him his medicine and told him to take it. But he refused because he hated the bitter taste. To convince him, she mixed the medicine into a bowl of soup and assured him that it wouldn't taste bitter anymore. However, after taking just one sniff, the man insisted that the soup was still bitter. The woman couldn't believe it. She tasted a spoonful herself and discovered that it really had become bitter. She then asked what she should do to make him take the medicine. Blushing, the young man shyly replied, "If you feed it to me from your own mouth, I'll drink it." Completely against his expectations, the woman actually took a sip of the soup and fed him the medicine mouth to mouth. To be continued. Part 2.